So what's going on, y'all? It's me back again today with another YouTube video. And if you're new here, guys, my name is Navoy. I'm actually an online trainer from South Florida. I've been living in Germany for the last about 7 years. So if you're interested in online coaching, you know you're tired of the other online coaches dancing your videos, going ahead, check me out on NavoyVincentFitness.com for all your coaching needs. Now, guys, the topic of today is going to be you need to leave or at least escape your comfort zone. Now, guys, obviously, if you're new here, these type of videos I make, these mindset videos, because I really want y'all to understand that having a nice body is cool, but what's really important is getting your mind right. And it's really important that I break down the game to y'all, or at least my perspective of things, if you will, after my, beautiful 31 years of life. I don't look it, I look too good. But guys, yeah, as I said before, the topic of today is you got to escape your comfort zone. Now, guys, what's really important is, or at least what I've noticed in my life is, the only way you're going to be able to grow is escaping your comfort zone. And it can be just anything that you really can think of. It's all about different levels to it, if you will. So, for example, when I was younger, I didn't really have good boundaries with people. So it took me a long time to learn, okay, I need to set strong boundaries because it's not in my comfort zone to do this. And I learned to not do this. And by doing this and setting these boundaries, if you will, it helped me to grow. So, for example, there have been certain times where people ask me certain things or do certain things, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it because it's not what I want to do. It's against my boundaries. And by you doing these things, it helps you to grow as a person. It helps you to level up, if you will. And the problem is most people are really afraid to leave their comfort zones. They're afraid to do things that they don't want to do, or at least don't feel comfortable doing. Now, one of the biggest examples of this that I've noticed, especially, is like with travel. So, I live over here in Germany. So in Germany, we get a lot of vacation days. So usually it's about 2 days a month you get vacation. But with my company, for example, I get about 30 days a month. I'm doing all right with the vacation days in that regard. So what I've noticed is with a lot of Germans specifically, they don't really escape their comfort zone when it comes to vacationing or traveling. They kind of go to specific places that they know, okay, this is the tourist area, this is the place we're going to go because all the other people do it. It's more of like a herd mentality in that sense. Yeah, I think Spain, Italy, France, and usually Turkey are kind of like the go-tos, especially Antalya because they got the resorts there. And guys, you're not going to be able to grow or at least see different things or learn more about yourself or the world if you don't escape your comfort zone, especially when it comes to travel, guys. Like this year, I went to Egypt, I went to Saudi Arabia, I went to Cyprus, and I went to Serbia. So by me visiting these different places, I always tell people this, and my coworkers, they're always like, what the hell, why are you going there? But for me, it's always really cool just to experience different cultures and escaping my comfort zone, if you will. So, for example, when I was in Saudi, I was able to kind of experience the culture, specifically the gym culture there. I was chopping it up with a guy there about the different possibilities in terms of bodybuilding there. And he was explaining to me, which something that I didn't know. And recently I learned, especially right now, I don't hate to date the video, but I know the Dubai Pro is coming up. There's actually way more money in bodybuilding in the Gulf, in the Middle East. There's actually way more money. So, for example, there's a show in South Florida as well coming up. The prize money is $2,000 for Classic Physique, but the prize money in Dubai is actually $20,000. So that's a big difference, guys. Like I know, for example, Cedric McMillan and Kai Green, they would go and compete in the Middle East because the prize money is actually very good, around 100K, 200K for open bodybuilding, that's a lot of money, guys. And sometimes these sponsors actually match your prize money. So let's say you win 100 bands, your sponsor will cough up 100 bands to you because you're the face of their brand, or at least you're one of their athletes. And I would have never have known this if I didn't go to the gym that day. I'm sitting here chopping it up with a brother in there. He was a pro and he was giving me the game. So I learned something new. And he was also explaining, hey, there's a huge market for coaching here because in Saudi Arabia, specifically in the Middle East, but there's a lot of overweight people out there because the food there is damn good. It's very good, very unhealthy. I was eating a lot of mandi. I was eating a lot of Outback. Outback is basically like the KFC of the Middle East. They have KFC there, but I would say Outback is much better than KFC. It's like, for example, with I'm going on a whole tangent here. You're like, damn, what the hell he's talking about freaking fried chicken? Like Outback, for example, was very, very good, but the problem is, like I said before, the food is very fatty. So there's actually an obesity problem in the Middle East, in the Gulf specifically. So Oman, Kuwait, Dubai, the Emirates, if you will, and Saudi Arabia, there's actually an obesity problem due to the amount of people there. So he was explaining there's a whole lane for people to do coaching there to help people lose weight, and these people got the money to pay. That's something I didn't even really think about. I just thought, okay, they didn't really care, but there is a market for this, guys, and I wouldn't have learned this if I didn't escape my comfort zone and going ahead somewhere different. I wouldn't have learned the fact that there's actually some paper out there in the Middle East for bodybuilding, actually much more than what the IFBB in the West is paying, which is kind of sad, if you will. I think for Classic Physique, Bumstead don't even really make that much money. He makes more money from everything else, his sponsorships, his supplement company, his clothing company, the gym that he's opening up. And I wouldn't have learned this if I didn't escape my comfort zone, guys. Even with Egypt, man, like going to Egypt and seeing the pyramids was probably one of the greatest, I would say, top 5 moments in my entire life. It was just so unbelievable to see, man. Like, just to see it in front of you, seeing the Mask of Tutankhamun, for example, was also just crazy, man. Like, it was just such a good experience, and I would have never done this if I didn't escape my comfort zone. I ended up going to a great gym out there and training. I actually made friends with people at the gym. They probably watching these YouTube videos now. You're building connections by escaping my comfort zone. I wouldn't have been able to do this if I didn't travel, if I didn't invest in myself and going ahead and just do things that I normally wouldn't really want to do, guys. And that's what I got to say to you, man. That's really important, especially in the future. You know, I hope to go visit Asia more. I want to go to Mongolia, would be cool. You know, see the statue of my brother Genghis Khan. I would love to see the statue of Admiral Yi Sun in Korea. And these are the things, guys, that's going to help you grow as a person and give you a better understanding of life by escaping your comfort zone and seeing different things. So that's all I got to say to the guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment as usual. Make sure to control the negative, focus on the positive. It's your boy Navoy, repping Navoy Vincent Fitness. I'm out.